G'day TV fans! Meet the Skyworth, a 65-inch 4K QLED Google TV that promises big screen thrills without breaking the bank. It boasts high-end specs like quantum dot panel, 120Hz refresh rate with MEMC, and even a Find My Remote trick for the clumsiest of us. And it listens to you when you shout that favorite word of "Hey, Mr. G-O-G-G-L-E." So, are you intrigued? Are you really keen to find out where you can buy it? Hey, it's amazon.com.au. So let's dive in. First of all, let's start with the visual feast. Skyworth's panel uses the new Gen QLED technology with quantum dot tech. Basically, tiny crystals that light up pure reds, greens, and blues. They claim a whopping 130% BT709 color gamut, so images look extra vivid compared to standard TVs. There's a hard QD solid shield coating across this, so it should reduce the fade effects that some of these dots have over time. So the colors should stay bold for many years to come. And when watching with my wife, she said the colors were pretty vivid and kind of punchy, which is great feedback. I noted that details were really sharp, you could say razor sharp, so I was very happy and impressed with the quality. Then on the brightness side, there is a bit of cooling. Cooling for brightness? Well, the G4F cranks it up with what we call sapphire crystals. It's kind of a type of backlight element. It sounds fancy, precious gemstone stuff, but it just means efficient cooling and a really bright image. The screen is also matte coated to cut glare out. Great if your sunlight hits the TV in your lounge. Blacks are okay for an LCD, of course not OLED deep, but look, no deep complaints here. Design-wise, the TV is mostly straightforward, but check out that ambient light bar right at the bottom. It breathes a soft glow when you power on and pulses quietly during operations. It's a nifty accent that kind of acts like a built-in nightlight. Of course, it has some other features with this little bar. Skyworth calls this eye care, and it's kind of like a flicker-free operation in low light blue modes. In practical terms, long movie nights are less tiring on the eyes. When it is really dark in my room and I turn the mode on, it felt a lot calmer. I didn't feel like I was burning my retinas out. So look, I'd call this family-friendly on the eyes. But let's talk about family-friendly fun, the action and gaming capabilities. This is technically a 120Hz turbo motion panel with that MEMC technology, which is basically frame interpretation. Now, fast scenes stay absolutely smooth. Yes, MEMC can make some movies look a bit soap opera-ish, but for games, it's perfect. Panning and explosions remain really crisp. Now, I threw on a bunch of sports and of course gaming through the PlayStation 5, and motion artifacts were absolutely minimal, but do note there is no HDMI 2.1 or VRR. So it's more for the casual gaming setup with 60Hz 4K, and the experience is still very enjoyable. And if this was a TV going into your teenager's room for this price, that's a good deal. Now, time for audio. Skyworth teamed up with DBX TV, the Emmy-winning audio gurus, to tune the speakers. They even claim an audio on par with JBL and Harman Kardon systems. It may be a bold claim, but the result is actually quite impressive for a TV. Dialogue is crystal clear, and there's a respectable thump to bassy scenes. I wasn't expecting like home theater levels, but explosions and musical numbers had real presence. And the DBX processing also tames sudden loud noises, so volume stays pretty consistent. If you're an audiophile, you'll still slap on a soundbar or more, but as a stock TV speaker goes, it punches fairly well above the weight and certainly the price, because it really doesn't look like it has a great speaker. And yes, the Find My Remote trick works as promised. Press a button on the TV and the remote chips back from wherever it's lost on the couch. Now, as a Google TV, it gives you all the standard apps, plus obviously Google Assistant, and it's all built in. It's got a pretty decent microphone here, so if you're gonna dictate words when you search things on YouTube, it's all great and good. You can even use it to control other things in your house, such as dimming lights that are already on your Google Home. It's basically like having a Google Home device in your TV. Love it. Now, navigating the menus is straightforward. It's the stock Google TV experience, but I will say don't expect blazing fast responsiveness. Again, the price of the TV, it's around 1,000 Australian dollars. It's not as fast as your $5,000 TV. There's a bit of a lag when moving between apps and loading things. Again, this is not a flagship processor, but the panel itself and the technology behind it is really good, so a little patience is needed. But Skyworth has put in a lot of effort to make everything else stand out. One gripe, it does feel a bit plasticky all around it, and the fingerprints do show up if you touch the panel. So if your kids can reach it, well, you'll need to give it a clean if you want to watch a big movie in the evening after you've put them all to bed. Now, I think the biggest selling point of this TV is that it's on Amazon Australia and it's in stock. So links below if you want to check that out. And with this price around that $1,000, keeps changing because there's specials, and it includes delivery depending where you are. You've obviously got your Prime membership to offset that, but it's a fancy TV for a decent price on Amazon. So what's my final verdict on this Skyworth? It's no flagship, but it's seriously strong value. For an affordable 65-inch QLED with all the bells and whistles, it's hard to fault it. Yes, they've saved costs on the frame and the chip to control Google TV experience, but the picture quality is punchy, the motion handling is smooth, and the sound is surprisingly hearty. Is it perfect? No, cinephiles will note the lack of OLED level contrast and of course no HDMI 2.1, and the software isn't as zippy as high-end sets, but considering the price tag, these are understandable compromises to get this level of quality. It's a very fair deal for casual viewers and of course budget-conscious folks. You can even get these in bigger sizes. So if this sounds like your kind of giant TV, check out the Skyworth on Amazon Australia, links below of course. It's one of those weirdly rare TVs where you might actually feel smart for buying it. Thanks for hanging out with me on this overview of the Skyworth. If you dug the video, hit the like and subscribe for Aussie tech videos. We've got more gadgets and tech on the way. Thanks for Skyworth sending TV over for this sponsored overview. See you later and bye.